Hey, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. It's Aaron Chen here. It is a Tuesday, actually sorry, it's a Wednesday afternoon. It is pretty late in the evening right now, and it is it's kind of gloomy outside. You know, you can see it's kind of dark, but listen, I wanted to do this video for you guys anyway, because I got an email from one of my students, right? One of my team members, and you know, she asked a couple of really good questions, and I wanted to just sort of cover that in this video because I think it would be really helpful for you if you're building any sort of business or online business. You're trying to become an entrepreneur, doesn't really matter what it is. And I'm not gonna name drop, I'm not gonna, you know, say who it is, and it's not even bad that she asked a question. I just thought it was a really good example, and I wanted to make a video on it because I'm sure that if she's struggling with it, then a lot of people are struggling with it too. Okay, so what was she actually asking? Well, basically, you know, she became a member and a student of mine, you know, fairly recently, and she sent me an email, and she basically asked questions about, you know, how to earn her first dollar online. Right, which is a great question. You know, she didn't really care about you know, all the other stuff. It was very important for her just to see that it worked, you know, that the online industry worked. You know, she wanted proof of concept basically, right? Which is a great thing because, you know, a lot of people are very jaded when it comes to marketing online. They've never made a dollar before. You know, maybe they've been online for months, sometimes even years. You know, I was online for a long time before I actually made income consistently, right? I made income very early on, so I knew it definitely worked, but I just couldn't get that consistency, so I didn't really need proof of concept. I knew it worked, right? Which is why I think I lasted so long without quitting, right? Even though I wanted to quit like 20 times in my business, okay? But I did last 8 years, failing basically for 8 years before I actually, you know, really figured this stuff out, right? And started growing, you know, started becoming really profitable in my business. But I think it's because I had proof of concept early on that I knew that it definitely worked. It was just I couldn't figure it out, right? Whereas a lot of other people, I would say 80-90% of people who try to build a business online, they don't even get proof of concept because they're never actually able to make their first sale, right? And if you're trying to build a business and you've never made your first sale, it can be pretty demotivating. You know, I think you need to get your first sale, you need to earn your first dollar or your first 25 bucks or whatever it is online to actually be able to see that, hey, this thing is real and it works, right? So her question was really good. You know, she was just like, Aaron, you know, just show me how to make my first dollar. You know, I want to write emails, and but I don't, you know, I don't know how to write professional emails, so I don't want to sound, you know, silly or whatever it is, and I don't know how to, you know, make a landing page because I don't want it to be, you know, ugly or whatever, right? And so there were a lot of things that she was saying that I think that a lot of people that first start their business online, they struggle with. But this is kind of stuff that is not really covered in training courses, okay? Because most training courses just assume that you're going to do the work, right? They don't really think that, you know, you're struggling with, you know, putting things together. They don't know that you're scared to get started. They don't cover any of that stuff because it's not really part of the course, right? Courses just teach you they teach you strategy. They teach you, okay, do this, and you'll get this result, right? But the problem is that a lot of people, they're even scared to do the first thing. So this is basically what I said to her, okay? So basically the whole theme of her email was essentially what she was saying was she was too scared to start. She didn't know how to write professional emails, so she didn't want to write an email. She was scared that her landing page, her capture page, her opt-in page, right? It's all the same thing where you ask for someone's email. That's the first page. She didn't know what to do exactly. She didn't want it to be ugly, so she was not willing to create one, right? So all of these things that she was talking about basically had a theme, right? And that theme was basically, she felt that she didn't have enough experience to get started, so she wasn't going to do anything. That's basically what she was telling me, right? And so this is what I said to her. I basically said, look, remember that you're just getting started, right? Everyone has to start from somewhere, okay? And you know, if you've never created an opt-in page before, or a sales video, or a value series, or if you've never emailed your list before, you've never written an email, don't worry about it, right? Because if you don't do it, then you're never going to improve. Does that make sense, right? So what you need to do is you need to worry less about what other people think, What about, you know, what your prospects think, what your friends think, what your page looks like? Because it doesn't really matter, right? Nobody knows you online. Okay, so even if you generated 10 leads today and you sent them a really crappy email because, you know, you're not a professional email writer, who cares? To be honest, those 10 people, they're not gonna know any different. Remember, you know, those 10 people aren't necessarily the people that you're going to close and make sales from. Does that make sense? Okay, because you're really only going to get results once you start getting better at this whole internet marketing thing, right? And because this is a skill-based business, you're gonna have to practice a lot before you get very, very good. So I'll give you an example. Before I started doing videos like this, I've done hundreds of videos, okay? Do you think that my videos just got, like, you know, this quality just because this is not my first video, right? And so because it's not my first video, and I've done hundreds, I've probably done like 300, 400, 500 videos by now, probably more than that actually. I've just gotten very, very comfortable in front of the camera, and to be frank, I don't really care. You know, what I do is I think about what I want to say, I switch on my camera, I hit record, and I just take action. In fact, I don't really even care so much about the quality. I mean, obviously the quality has to be a certain level, right? But if you think about it now, if I was so particular, I wouldn't even be recording this video right now, because to be honest, it's about 6:30 right now in Malaysia, and the sun's setting, it's pretty dark, and the quality of this video actually isn't that good, right? If I really cared about everything, I wouldn't even record my videos on an iPhone. I would get a professional DSLR, and I would make sure that the lighting was perfect, the background was perfect. I probably wouldn't even do the video in my car, because actually it's a little bit distracting. I'm driving, right? I'm not looking at the lens all the time, right? Because I'm driving, I have to make sure I don't crash into someone, okay? So actually, if you think about it, the videos that I'm making when I'm driving in my car are not really the perfect environment to do a video, okay? But do I care? Not really. I don't really care, because I think that if I've got something good to say and it's gonna help my subscribers and the people that watch my videos and the people that check out my channel, and I can give them some value, that's all that matters to me, okay? So even if I'm driving, even if the quality of the video is not that great, even if I drive through a tunnel and it's a little bit dark, even if I make a mistake, I don't re-record these videos, guys. I just hit record, I say what I need to say, I make a few mistakes here and there. It's not perfect. Obviously, some of my other videos are a lot better because I'm at home and I've got, you know, proper lighting and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter, right? Because if your content is good and you're coming out with lots of it, then that's all that counts. That's all that matters. Does that make sense, right? Because that way you're able to get content out there, and 100 medium or, you know, okay videos are better than 10 really, really good videos. Does that make sense, right? Because the 10 videos that you make, people might not even get to watch them. But if you make 100, right, chances are a lot higher that someone is actually going to watch your video, consume your content, and like your stuff, and then do what you want them to do, okay? So basically, I told her to not be so worried. Don't worry so much about being a perfectionist, right? Because the truth is that you're not going to send or do anything perfect until you make a lot of mistakes, right? Right now, honestly, you know, my student, she hasn't earned the right to earn her first dollar yet. And I told her that. Okay, don't think that you can earn your first dollar online straight away. It doesn't work that way, right? You got to earn your stripes. Yeah, basically what you should be doing right now is you should be learning, you should be consuming, you should be taking action on the stuff that you learn, and you should be refining everything that you do. So if you make this video today, you should make sure that the video that you make tomorrow is a little bit better than the one you made yesterday. Okay, and then in 2 days time when you make another video, you have to make sure that that video is a little bit better than the 2 videos that you made yesterday and the day before that. Does that make sense, right? And as long as you're improving and you're analyzing your business and you're analyzing what you're doing, that's all that matters. If you sit there and worry about, you know, what your email is going to look like because you don't feel like you're a professional email writer, or if you worry about what your, you know, capture page is going to look like because you don't want to create an ugly capture page, then your business is never going to get off the ground, right? But if you don't care and you just push forward, you take action on stuff, you just do it anyway, and you make mistakes and you learn from those mistakes, that's how you become very, very successful, okay? So basically what I told her was, hey, listen, who cares? Why don't, first of all, just write a few emails, okay? Go and make an opt-in page. Don't worry about what it looks like, okay? As long as you're using a professional software like ClickFunnels to do it, you'll be fine, okay? I mean, I've written hundreds of emails, right? I've written literally hundreds of emails. I've invested in, you know, a few different email courses, and that's why my emails are up to a certain standard, right? But it doesn't really matter, you know, at the same time, because if you're taking action and you're driving a ton of traffic, let's just say you were driving, you know, 300 leads a day, okay? Let's just say you got so good at driving traffic that you were generating 300 leads a day, but your email writing skills were so terrible, all right, that basically, let's just say a professional copywriter would look at your email and say, oh my god, this is the worst email that I've ever read, right? But you were generating 300 leads a day. Believe me when I say that the quality of your emails doesn't actually matter that much, okay? Because you're driving so much volume to your business. Does that make sense, right? So even if your capture page or your sales funnel wasn't that great, but 500 people were seeing that sales funnel every single day, trust me, you will make sales, okay? Just by the sheer volume of people that are going through your stuff. Does that make sense, right? I hope that does, because that's actually all that matters. Now, once you start generating lots of traffic and, you know, you're getting yourself out there, you're making lots of videos, you can refine all those skill sets later. Okay, you can make better videos later. You can write better emails later, right? Sorry, 1 second. But if you're not doing anything, if you're not taking action on any of your stuff, then you've got nothing to refine, and then your business will never improve at all, right? So my message for you today, if you're trying to build some sort of business online, is stop worrying, okay? Worry less, do more, okay? Take more action. Don't analyze your business so much. Right? You know, when I was first building my YouTube channel, okay, I didn't even care whether people liked my stuff or not, because the people that I was gonna sell to eventually weren't the people that were first coming to my channel. Does that make sense? Right? Because I knew that the stuff I was making wasn't that good anyway, okay? But it wasn't so much about converting the first person that ever visited my channel. It's not really about that. It's about getting your content out there and then getting really good at refining your stuff, and then slowly, once your stuff starts getting better and you get good comments and people start to follow you, they start to subscribe to your channel, those are the people that you will eventually sell to. Okay, but the first few people that saw your crappy stuff or your crappy content while you were becoming a good marketer, they don't matter, okay? Because who the hell are these people anyway, right? I mean, they're not gonna buy your stuff. They don't really like you that much because your content wasn't that good. But it's not really about that. It's about practicing until you get to a level where your stuff becomes really decent, and then the people that see those things and start to connect with you, those are the people that matter. Okay, does that make sense, right? So people get too caught up in trying to create good content from day one. Now that's impossible, right? Because I'm sure you've heard this phrase before, but every master was once a disaster, right? Every master was once a disaster. Everyone has to start from somewhere. Okay, and you're not going to become you know, an amazing marketer from day one. It just doesn't make sense. You have to write 100 emails, you have to you know, do 100 webinars, you have to you know, make 100 videos, or you know, 500 videos. You know, some people is longer, some people is shorter. You know, it just depends on you as an individual, right? It's just like going to the gym. Okay, when you work out in the gym, you know, if you go on your first day, you're gonna look exactly the same. Day number one that you work out in the gym, even if you're eating the right food and you're doing the right workout, you're gonna look exactly the same. Day number two, you go to the gym, you do the same workout, you're dieting, you're eating good food, you're gonna look exactly the same. Same as day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But on week number 3, maybe you're going to notice that, oh, it looks like you've lost a little bit of weight on your face, okay? Or when you get on the scale, maybe you've lost, you know, half a kilo. Right? Not that much, but you've lost a little bit. You've lost half a kilo, right? And it's that consistency of effort on a regular basis that will make the difference in your business, okay? It's not gonna happen immediately, right? It takes time. And that's why a lot of people quit, because they don't realize that you have to it takes time and consistency of effort before you actually see results in your business, okay? But if you don't go to the gym, then you're not going to improve, right? If you don't go to the gym, you're not going to lose weight. If you don't send emails, you're not going to get better at writing, right? If you don't do videos, you're not going to improve your video making skill set. Does that make sense, right? So that's it, okay? So worry less, do more. Yeah, worry less, do more. Don't worry so much about people. Don't worry about what people think. Just do it. Just get content out there. So what even if it sucks, right? These guys aren't going to buy from you anyway. It's going to be the people later on that see your stuff once it gets pretty good, that will actually start to know, like, and trust you, and that will buy from you. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say today. I thought this was a really, really important message. And again, you know, if my student, if my teammate is watching this video, I'm not trying to pick on her, right? I just thought that it was a great video, because I know for a fact that a lot of people are facing this challenge. It's just a lot of people don't actually talk about it. Okay, but what I would say is that don't worry, it happens to everyone. And I would just say, don't worry so much about it. Just take action in your business, make mistakes, you know, move fast, break things. It doesn't matter, right? And eventually you will find your rhythm. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So let me know what you thought in the comments below. You know, did this make sense? You know, are you struggling in your business as well? Are you kind of you know, getting ready to get ready? Are you over-analyzing your business, right? Are you thinking too much, you know, because you want everything to be perfect? You know, are you a little bit OCD? Are you a perfectionist? You know, I'm a little bit OCD. I'm a perfectionist, but I know what works and what doesn't when it comes to business, and it's just about creating momentum and taking lots and lots of action. All right, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. Give me a thumbs up if you thought you got some value from it. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. What are you doing if you're not subscribed to my channel, right? Because I'm always coming out with content like this. And listen, if you want to spend a little bit more time with me, if you want to find out how I built my affiliate marketing business, how I generated over 1,000 sales last year, and how I really figured this stuff out, I want to teach you how to do that. So you can click on the link right below this video to get access to me and my business. If you check your emails after that, you will also get, actually I'm gonna put you through a training course and show you how I do all this stuff, you know, all the mistakes that I made, how you can, you know, avoid them as well, and what it really takes to build a successful internet marketing business online. All right, so that's it from me today. This is Aaron Chen signing out from Malaysia. I will speak to you very, very soon. Take care.